I know, be close to fire pit anyway.
Actually, I did another drawing.
Yay, I'm excited to see. Yeah. What is all that
Very
flag?
exciting. Things are happening. Okay. Well, let's look at what's going on here. That is a crazy looking monster. Hello, my name is Gareth, and my fiance and I recently purchased a little over an acre of vacant, undeveloped property in the middle of the woods. Our plan is to turn this into our own little escape from the city. Of course, we don't have any money or experience, but our main challenge is that we're still working our full-time jobs. So everything that you're seeing is strictly what we've been able to accomplish by working on the weekends. So our weekends have been very busy. Progress might be slow, and this project is definitely taking up the majority of our free time, but we're still making things happen, so stick around and see how we make out. Whoa! First thing that we need to do is actually inform the contractors what our plan is. This way they can see the final product and know what they're going to be doing and how they can help us get there. There's going to be a lot of messy work coming in here, so they need to have a really good idea as to what it's going to look like. And so my dad actually painted this mock-up here, so it really gives them an idea as to what we're looking for a final finished vision. Wow, that's what you can do with some big machinery. Obviously is a little bit more skilled with the tools than we are. So yeah, we're letting the professionals do the heavy lifting here, and then we'll come in and clean up the little stuff, these things here. But oh yeah, he's making short work of it. This would probably take us like a whole day to do one tree like this. So we know we're on a bit of a time crunch here with just Saturday and Sunday ahead of us to get everything that we need to get done. So what is it that we need to get done? Well, obviously clearing up the rest of these trees. Need to get those out of the way so that we can actually get the next machine in here and do some grading. Once that is done and everything is nice and flat and level, then we can move the bunkie into its final resting position.
Oh wow, look at this guy coming in.
Oh yeah. Just getting right in there. I did tell him I said to do a little bit more so that we can get the A-frame in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's doing it.
He's going for it. Oh man, it smells so good.
Yeah. Well. Got a little bit of wildlife here. It's pretty big. It's about the size of my thumb. If anyone knows what type of spider that is, let me know. I don't want to see it crawling on my face in the middle of the night, but yeah, this is where he lives. So we're taking a lot of advice from the professionals who know about the trees. So there's a few in here that we are going to take down because I'm just going to repeat what the guy was saying. So there's some balsams. They don't grow any bigger than this here. So something like this is kind of how they look on the inside. And so we are trying to avoid anything falling on vehicles or buildings, any kind of structures, minimizing any potential danger in that sense. So we are taking their advice. We're going to take those down. It'll also clear out this whole path for the driveway. And once this is all graded, not only is this going to look so much bigger, but we can start placing the structures where they're going to go, so the outhouse as well as the bunkie. But one of the things I was going to say, was that the hole is getting pushed in quite a bit, backfilling that, because the amount of space that we need for that is actually quite smaller than the actual hole itself. So we can see that the outline is probably a good 10 feet in from the line of the hole right now. So that's going to be pushed in, and all of that is just going to be so much better for building on. Obviously, we're keeping this tree that has the bat houses on it. Still, no bats yet that we've seen, but we understand that it takes some time. We actually looked into that, and it can take up to 5 years to get bats, because A, they need to be able to find it. B, it needs to be really quiet. They don't like to be disturbed, so obviously that's a major deterrent right now with all of this going on. C is that they might already have a really nice spot already in the area, and so if they already have a really nice spot, then they're not even gonna want to come into my rundown little house. I think it's nice, but if they already have like a cave somewhere, then obviously they're just gonna keep living there, and then they'll come out when all of this stuff quiets down. This is gonna be the big job here, is just getting the stumps out and pulling them over somewhere where it's not in the way, and try to keep the bugs off while we can. They're not too bad, actually. Oh yeah. Wow. Found another rock. I got bit. Spider update. It's gone. Oh, no, I found him again. Here he is. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go see if we can find a tripod to set up a nice little time lapse. I'll take the opportunity here to share how much we appreciate the hard work that these contractors did for us. They were fantastic to work with, and we really appreciate them agreeing to let us film and document this process. We're so excited to see everything come together, and even though we were trying to be helpful, I'm sure we were just getting in the way every corner of the way. So super appreciate their flexibility, and very happy with what they were able to do for us.
Move these out.
Yeah, and now that the outhouse is moved, we can see that no poops.
No poops. No snakes.
Not super accessible by vehicle at the moment, but it's got to look worse before it's going to get better. So, yeah, just trust the process. Now, I did want to show a couple of different candidates for the rock at the edge of the driveway, the property marker. We have candidate number 1, which was actually our workbench when we were putting up the bat houses way back when. So that's a nice size. We've got this one, which kind of looks like Australia, which is kind of cool. And then this one isn't even fully dug out yet, so that one's looking like a pretty good option as well. I really like the color of it. Kind of hard to see. Oh, maybe. It's very red. Just a really large one. I think it's more green, which is kind of cool. Maybe some intricate veinage happening. We got a pile of them, but I think the main one being this one here, that's option number 5. So with those in mind, which one do you think would be the best property marker? We want it to be nice and big right there so that everyone can see it when they come in. Let us know. Property update. Yeah, just as an example to, it's going to look worse before it gets better. Giant holes in the ground, but it's because we've had giant roots be taken out of the ground. They're making some progress with that. There's still lots to do, so you can see over here, just really digging up what's under the top layers. Where we are right now, so in here, this is where the potential A-frame is going to go. When that is looking out this way, we'll see that it's overlooking the pond. Now, as far as that goes, it is a process. Because the machinery is so big, we want to make sure that they can move around with ease. And they said basically it's going to take 2 seconds to dig that hole again. 20 minutes. But yeah, it's going to get filled in, and then we will redig it, or they'll redig it. We're going to have to get it resized anyway after the grading for depth, because the deep end of the pond is going to need to be at least 2 meters depth. So we have a pole that we're going to use as a marker because it's like the perfect length. So we'll be good for that. For the bunkie itself, so the bunkie right now, it is all prepped to be moved. It's got the cables hooked up. When it's time, we'll move that to its final destination. There's still lots to do for sure. It obviously looks like a construction site right now because, well, it is. But that is it for the trees. All the trees that have been cut down are all of the trees that are going to be cut down. And I got my dad digging out the hole. I'm sure he's going to make great progress himself. Maybe not as much as this bad boy over here, though.
Bring it.
He's kind of bulldozering it, but
Yeah. What do you mean boulders ring? That means destroy, no?
Maybe we should keep an eye on it, make sure it's not falling apart.
Yeah.
Daniel Yard. Daniel Yard. Rawr. 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 And guess what? Rawr. Okay, I'm done.
I'm not sure if it's something that I've mentioned before, but we do not live in this area, so it actually does take a little bit of effort and planning to get out here. The plan was to help get this bunkie into its position over there, but again, there's just a lot of small things that happen that slow progress. So it's not happening today, which means that we won't be here for that to happen. But still, we can see that a lot has changed. So really happy to see some progress happen. So we will check in when we have more.